I'm Miss Patty DC, and with me here is my colleague
Ella Blessing of Ella Leader Stores.
and we are really, really delighted to be sitting side by side with the CEO of Costaris Groups, Dr. Cosmas Maduka. It's my deepest pleasure to have you here.
Thank you so much, sir.
It's a pleasure to be on your show, Patience.
Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you, sir. And thank you for the honor and the opportunity you have given to us this morning. We are super grateful. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. A lot of entrepreneurs look for the opportunity to be with you on a table like this. So we're standing here as representatives of members of Entrepreneurs Connect. And we have some questions that they have sent in that we will ask you. Entrepreneurs Connect is a platform for entrepreneurs to meet, network, connect, re-strategize, and discuss how we can take our businesses to the next level. And talking and having a chat with a billionaire and an entrepreneur for excellence is something that every entrepreneur would look forward to in a lifetime. So I think this is an opportunity of a lifetime for all of us. I know that we have a lot of questions and entrepreneurs. You've had entrepreneurs ask you so many questions over time. And today, to start with, we don't want to start with our questions. I know you've heard us entrepreneurs in the different meetings you've attended, and you might have questions for entrepreneurs, and we are listening today. I want you to ask us what questions, in case you have some questions that you would like, if you meet an entrepreneur, what question would you want to ask them? I know that's like on the spot, but I don't know. Are there any questions you would like to throw out to entrepreneurs that are coming out to say, how can I start my business? How can I do this? How can I make money? What questions would you like have for us entrepreneurs?
By myself?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The question I will ask an aspiring entrepreneur is exactly what is it that is motivating him or her? Of course, various obvious different answers may need to occur. In one occasion, somebody told me, I want to have control of my time. That was his motive of daring entrepreneurship, so that he has control of his time. I've spoken to somebody else so that by 4 o'clock I close. I have other thing I want to do. So different views and ideas were in the mind of people. So, and how successful you are going to be as an entrepreneur will depend on that goal, that yearning, that burning desire of what you want to accomplish. Because when somebody told me you want to have spare time, I said, why don't you take a teaching job? At least by 2 o'clock, you dismiss your student and have all your time at your hand. Then you can decide the time to do your review job. If that's the only motive, must you be an entrepreneur? You can teach in a class and then, you are in control of your time. So it's not just only about time. It's about what do you want to accomplish. And so that's for me the main thing, because that will be the thing that will wake you up in the morning.
Yeah.
That is the thing that will wake you up in the night, a burning desire, a passion. Because passion is a fuel on the wheel. If that passion is not there, then the effort is a futility. Okay? It's a passion to be able to communicate to people or put certain product into the mind of the people. When a woman or a man is passionate about the things he will want to do, he will find the willpower to be able to do it. So, but if that passion, that consuming fire or energy is not burning in you, you can never be a successful entrepreneur.
That's so true. I like the word. What's your motivation? Why are you going out? Why do you want to be an entrepreneur? Why do you want to do business? And do you have the passion for what you want to do. So beautifully said. Thank you
Thank you
so
so
much.
much, sir.
Now let's see some of the questions that we have from our audience. Let's start with Ella.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Thank you for the privilege once again. In today's economy, especially in Nigeria, that is prevalent with corruption, how do you build wealth? How can you build wealth without being corrupt? Because a lot of times you hear people say you cannot survive in Nigeria if you are not a corrupt person. So, like as a model that you are, how do you build wealth without being corrupt?
Well, I don't know why people places a lot of emphasis on corruption because we are making it like assuming if you are starting a business, there are different things about business, different set of business for a beginner who is trying to set up a little enterprising, maybe selling things for students in school, like you need to open a canteen or a boutique shop, you know, that is in a container close to a school where a lot of students go to school every day. You are selling bread, you are selling milk, you are selling tonton, you are selling noodle. Where does corruption come from you in selling those things? What will corruption do to hinder you in taking off in doing all of that kind of business? I think we over amplify the issue of corruption because it's like everybody get up in the morning, entering bus, you are corrupt already. The system of entering bus corrupt you. The system of coming out of taxi corrupt you. So the is I think is overbloated. The emphasis and noise making about corruption. Okay, there are 1,001 things that you can do that has nothing to do with corruption. Assuming you are an entrepreneur who started a farm, you are in agricultural business, you're going to till your land and plant a rice on it or whatever, cassava, and you put, you need to support it with nutritions and apply them, and your crops grow, you harvest them and go and sell them in the market. What has that to do with corruption? Where does corruption affect you on it? But when you start scaling up, corruption are mostly limited with people who are doing government contracts, who cannot survive without government, who business is screwed around government and its system and otherwise. But otherwise, there are thousands and millions of one thing you can do, and you don't have to be corrupt to do business. You have customers. If I put product in my store, if I'm in a restaurant business, I open a store, people come there and eat every day, pay me money. I'm in business. What has corruption to do with it? If I'm cutting hair, I'm a barber, I open my shop, people enter there to cut their hair, pay me money, I issue them receipt. What has corruption to do with cutting hair and all of that? So I think people are looking for things to intimidate them and things to give excuse. When you are going out to do business, don't look for objections. Invalidate them in your mind because there's going to be objections. There are going to be challenges that you are going to see in the industry. But that should not be the reason why you should not go. Let me tell you, Jesus said, I send you in the world like a sheep in the midst of the wolves. Did you know what he's saying? I am like a lamb. You are sending me in the midst of the wolves. The wolves are there to eat me up. How do you, a normal thinking person, do things like that? So Life is not about avoiding challenges. It's about confronting it and making decisions that, regardless of the risk that it provides, because every day, lion will wake up and call his cubs for a meeting and say, look, children, we need to change our strategies. Because if you look at the way other animals are becoming very insensitive and afraid of us, if we don't change strategies, we are going to die. We will not continue to use the same system to go after them. We will need to find how to climb a tree now, how to lay down flat, and then the leopards gets up every day and tell his children, you know, we can't stay here because hunger is going to kill us. And we're going to go out in that field to graze. And lions are all hiding somewhere, looking for us as a McDonald's for this afternoon. And if we are not careful what we are going to do, we will end up in their belly.
True.
So we must agree on how to run. And we don't just eat without shaking. Put our face only on the ground. And they go. Because of a truth, if they are afraid of lion, they will die out of starvation. They have to go and look for food. And lion have to go and look for them. That's real life.
That's true.
But everybody has to plan his strategy, the winning formula, how to be able to go about it. Life is full of challenges. You can't sit back and say, because you are going to be challenged, I'm not going to try. If you are jumping up, you are paying a price. If you are running, you are paying a price. But if you are staying static, you may be paying the greater price than the person running and the person jumping. So it's about paying a price and knowing there are dangers, but you need to confront the danger. That's why to succeed as an entrepreneur, you require three things to be successful. One is a vision. A vision is not a function of sight, 2020. A vision is a function of mind, because there are many eyes that can look, but there are very few eyes that can see. It's not what you are looking at that matter, but what you are seeing. So you can stay in this room and your vision will transport you beyond this four corner of the world to see things that other people that passing on that road cannot see. So a vision is a function of spirit. You paint a canvas of where you are going to go. Entrepreneurship is like a journey of a voyage. You see the end, beautiful picture you paint, but all the route that will get you there, they'll not be known unto you until you take a step of faith. You must dare life and take a step and move. So that vision wakes you up, motivates you every day. The second thing is that you have to have faith in yourself. Your faith to believe you will succeed must be greater than your fear that you will fail. Otherwise, you will not make a move in life. Your fear, your faith to succeed must be greater than your fear. I'm not saying you don't have fear. Fear is necessary for courage to exist. Fear is an incubator for courage. So let nobody tell you there are no things that are going to scare you to death. Yes, welcome them. The third thing you require is courage. Courage is not absence of fear. Courage is ability to act in the face of danger. And that is to say, if I perish, I perish. But I will dear life. And then you take that step of faith. So that's where courage comes. It's not that there is no fear. Let fear come. You confront the fear by taking a step to find out what it is. That's only where discoveries are made in life. So many people who have achieved it in life, most of average family children who are born into affluent, that's why they don't make the difference, because they stand on the borderline. They are afraid of making mistake. But you see, he that is on the ground fears no fall. Children who had no background, no pedigree, nothing to maintain, they take out their life and take chances in life, and they are rewarded, and they become leaders and become entrepreneurs of their days. So you must dear life. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And we build wealth easily without waiting too long.
There's nothing like that. It does not exist, only in your mind.
Okay.
Yes, it does not exist. Because wealth is not a function of sweet talk. It's a process. You can't build wealth without effort, without wasting of time, and they just appear. No, it does not exist. It's Ethiopia. It's Disney World. It does not exist. In real life, wealth is like planting a tree. The most fascinating is planting a Chinese bamboo tree. I don't know if you heard about it.
Yes.
A Chinese bamboo tree you plant every year, there you go and water it, but it never shoot out. You only have faith that there is a tree on this ground. For the next 4 years, you can't see a leaf, but you go there every day and pour water, because you knew there are some trees, fruit you plant there. It's not a corn. In 1 week, your corn will shut up and you will see the blade of the corn, and you continue to supply it water and grow. It takes 5 years for that bamboo tree to come out from the ground. But within 90 days, it comes out on the ground. It will grow 90 feet tall within the 6 months. Within 3 months, it comes out, but it's been on the ground for 5 years without it. So how do you go and pour water in a place every day and you see nothing? That's what entrepreneurship looks like, and wealth creation. You got to sow, nurture, incubate, and wait for growth. No two way about it. Like a little baby. You were once a baby, a small germ that meet the egg in your mother, and you were formed, and you were born. A little tiny thing that sleep 24 hours eating. Today, you are a full matured being who can think, who can talk, who can move. But you see the processes. That's how wealth is created. You create wealth, you start business, you start nurturing it. That's why you can't start spending money uncontrollable at the infancy of your business, because there is a time you are cleaning the business nose. You are cleaning its boom boom. you are giving it everything it requires. You can't send that business message at that time. That's why you need to look at your business with an ego eye in managing your capital, your setup capital, to get to certain level where it can begin to answer questions. Then you begin to send the money message and you begin to go to places. But if at its inception, you are sending it question, putting load on it and everything, you can drown the business. So, like a seed you put on the ground, you nurture and manage it. If it's a mango, if you make a concrete around it, in 5 years, the root of that mango will break that concrete because the Lord have taken the faith in the seed and they begin to grow and show power. So this is how businesses grow. I haven't seen a model where you start business. Those are people who win contract and you make big, large sum of money. The same way it comes easy, the same way it goes. Business is not about gambling. The real thing we talk about business is about sustainability. That is to say, something you do over a period of time in a consistent basis that you will be able to grow. Recently, I made a teaching on a 5 level of money. Because an average young man asking what is money, they say cash. Money is not cash. Money is an exchange for a value. That's the meaning of money. Cash is the end result. And cash is the least level of money. Because in a money level, the first level of money is what I, Cosmas Maduka, describe or call as credibility. What you did in a constant basis over a period of time that is recorded that people can verify. You are not wealthy until you are credible. It doesn't matter how much money that is in your bank account. The most wealthy person is the most credible person. The second level of money is what I call credible relationship. Credible relationship does not just mean you have money, but you have somebody who have money. I'm a wealthy person, an individual. If you are connected to me and I can give you access, you are, by that connection and access you have, wealthy if you can manage it well. And that's why the best thing a wealthy person can give you is not cash. The best thing a wealthy man will give you is access, where you can call him on phone, he picks your phone. Where you can send him a mail, he responds to your mail. I tell young people, if a wealthy man gives you money, he has cheated you. The reason why he gives you money is that you don't call him again tomorrow and you don't disturb him. But if he doesn't give you money and call you, you may have a need one day that worth billions or millions. Take for instance, if you know Foncho Alakeja, if you come to Kosharis to buy a car, the cheapest vehicle we sell is Chinese car, and the price is 32 million. And ask us to deliver it to you. We will not deliver it to you if you don't pay us. But if Mrs. Alakeja call me and say, Patience is in your showroom and is looking for this Chinese car, please let her go with it. I'm sure in 2 weeks' time she will send you payment. If it doesn't send you payment, please just let me know. I'll send you the check.
if she asks us to deliver Range Rover for you, which is 450 million naira, we will let you go. As a matter of fact, if she asks us to deliver Rolls-Royce Phantom, that is 1.4 billion naira, one vehicle, we will let you go with it. Because she put a call. Why? She's credible.
Okay.
And we know our money is not at stake and it's not at risk. But you as patients, I won't let you go with 32 million naira car. It's not like you are a thief, but I don't know by the means with which you will pay it, because I want to be sure I get paid, and I don't want the car come back to me as a second-handed car without getting the money. But if she asks me to deliver Rolls-Royce to you, I won't say your size is too small. You will be like a rat in the Rolls-Royce. I will not give it to you. I will deliver the Rolls-Royce. Whichever way you fit inside is not my problem, because I know I've sold that car. Because Sister Florence Funcho William have asked me to deliver the car to you. And I know she's credible enough that she will underwrite that bill if you did not pay. So the first level of money is credibility. The second level is credible relationship. And the third level of money is what we call integrity. Integrity is not cash. Integrity is one of the most scarce commodity in Nigeria, around the world. If you're a good businessman, you are looking for product that is not readily available, that is scarce, because that's where money is. Integrity is not what you do under camera, like now we are looking at you videoing me. It's what you do when you are in this sitting room alone. All the doors are locked. You know nobody will ever knew what you did alone in this room. You choose to do things that are equitable, things that are according to the law of God. You will never compromise your integrity. It does not matter. Nobody sees you or will know. What you will do when you are sure, it can never be recorded and somebody is not seeing you. It's what we call my description of integrity. That is wealth. The next level of money is number 4, and that is character. Character is foundation of leadership. Character should be the foundation of everybody's life. You don't see the foundation of this building. Do you see it? No. It's not something you advertise, but that's where the heart of your success lies. You see the windows, you see the roof, you see the wall. If they crack, you can repair them. But if the foundation has problem, you need to bring the same building down. So character should be the foundation. William Branham said a man or woman without character cannot reign. You cannot be in a position of authority without character. Character is like Victoria, say status. It does not run away because the rain is too heavy. It does not run away because typhoon is coming. It does not run away because they say earthquake is on the way. It stands still. It's predictable. You can come anytime. It's there. By 2 a.m., 3 a.m. It's like alphabets. A is A in the morning. It doesn't change to be B by 12 in the night. And by 2 a.m. it becomes C. A remains A anywhere in the world. It's character. Character is like number. 1 is 1. 2 is 2. That's why God is described as character. Character means an integration that your word and you are the same. That's try to pieces God into three to give the Gentiles, and they refuse it because God is one. That's why God is character. So character is the foundation. If you have character, you can build and create wealth. If you don't have character, you have problem down the line. Then the fifth level of money is what we call competence. You need to be taught. You need to be mentored. You need to be tutored. You need to learn what you are doing. You need to be expert in your field of endeavor. You don't just dabble into things because you think they will make you money and you have no idea what you are going into. So spend time to be mentored, to be tutored. When you have these 5 things, the listing, what people call money, is cash. But anybody you see that have cash and they doesn't have these 5 things is a thief. He stole the money. Because he cannot explain how he get the money. He didn't follow the process to get it, so he must have stolen it. Yes. Yeah. How do you deal with people laughing at your dream? Very good question. People laughed at my dream, myself. And let me be very honest to you. If you have a vision and you shared it, and everybody around tell you, give you a top up, say, I agree with you. Your vision is great. It comes from God. God have not spoken to you. It's the first sign that that vision is not authentic. And I can support it with scripture. Go and check all the Bible. All the people that have vision from God have been questioned and challenged, including myself. So the first thing that keep you going, if you want to be successful, is willingness to accept people laughing at you. You must be laughed at in sharing your dreams. People will tell you, you ate hot pepper last night. You are a daydreamer. Nothing they haven't said to me. Because at the age of 15, I started telling people I will be a millionaire. In fact, if you go to Anambra State, at my village, and then ask them, my nickname growing up is Cosmas Jesus, the millionaire. It's a mockery name. It's not, they are not saying it complimentary. Cosmas Jesus, the millionaire. Look at him. He's carrying scale. Because there was a time I used to carry weighing machine, weighing scale. I drop it, you climb in top of it, I collect 10 kobo. That's where Jesus. He's carrying scale. He's carrying scale. That's where Jesus. People were laughing at me because I told them I will be a millionaire. By 25, I was precise. I was vocal. I gave a date that it will not close. And I was 15 when I say it. I wrote 5 things I want to accomplish before I turn 25 and placed them on the wall of my bed. Number 1 is that I will live in 3 bedrooms apartment of my own by the time I'm 18 years old. Mind you, I dropped out of school at 3rd grade. I never been in a 4-corner wall called school beyond elementary 3. And people were wondering, elementary three boy is going to be a millionaire at 25. Unless he push drug. Unless, because even armed robbery cannot give him that. Unless he push drug. That's the only chance he will have. And I'm not going to push drug. I don't know what drug is. I'm hearing about it till today. I want to live in 3 bedrooms apartment at the age of 18. And by 20 years, I want to take a lady to the altar. It's not a daydream. I was schooled by the word of God. I understood principle. I wrote them down. Habakkuk 2:20 said, if you have a vision, put it on paper. Because you hold yourself accountable when you put it on paper and share it with other people. By 21, number 3, I want to have a male child, a boy at the age of 21. I wrote it down. I want to own my own car at the age of 23. I wrote it down. And by 25 years, I want to be a millionaire. I wrote it down. I said it to people and I became an object of laughter. True to the fact, at the age of 18 years, I hailed from Nnewi, but I was living in Nnewi. I moved from Umudin to Nnewi, living in my own 3 bedrooms apartment. I paid for it, not my father's house. My senior brother is still living with my mother. I'm already living in 3 bedrooms apartment, furnish my sitting room with a first-class chair. I have electric cooker, I have a gas cooker, I have deep freezer, I have ceiling fan. Air condition is not in a vogue because I was getting ready to marry. I will turn 20 on December 24, 1958, on September 23rd. Get me that picture. That's me there. No, this one. No, the first one. Yeah. Bring it up. This is me. I am 19 years and 9 months here.
Wow.
I took this lady to altar. I've been married for 47 years. Look here, there's no goatee. I didn't shave. I haven't got goatee. Wow. I was a boy, 19 years old boy, 19 years and 9 months. Wow. I was to turn 20. I beat it by 3 months.
Wow.
You can put the picture back. I did the things husbands do to their wife because I wanted a son by 21. It's not all your vision will happen exactly the way you planned it. But in God's infinite mercy, He took charge and closed the womb so I can focus on other things. Yes, I pursue my other dream. At 22, not 23, I passed Old Oka Road by Mandelas. I saw Volkswagen blue color wagon with 3,000 kilometers. I negotiated it and closed a deal. Bring me that picture. That's me. This is me at the age of 23.
Wow.
In my Passat car. But you can look front and back, left and right on it. You see, Jesus is coming soon. Yeah. Jesus is alive today. I've been a Jesus boy all the while. And I started advertising him, my source, where I'm coming from. Keep it. My mother was in this car and my wife was sitting in the front of the car and we were traveling. And something, when it comes on me, I speak like a deaf and a dumb man. And I said, 2 more years, I will be a millionaire. 2 more years. Time is running out on me. My mother screamed, Cosmas! I said, Ma, Cosmas, he said, can we go this journey in peace? I said, Mom, I never insult you. I just told you what I'm going to do. He said, if you talk like that again, I get out of the car. My mother is a very strong-willed woman. I stopped the car, get close to her. I said, Mom, 2 more years. You can write it down. I'll hit my first million. If you like, get down. He said, open the door. I opened the car. My wife said, is your head correct? That is your mother. I said, if you like, I will also drop you. I drove away. I left her on the road. I never went back to pick her. I made my first 2 million United States dollars, not naira, at the age of 24. I broke the record. I bought my mother Mercedes 190. She enjoyed it. She ate the money. She saw that what I was selling her was true. Go to my village, the house where I am still living in it till today. I built it at 25 years old. That house, if you have ever been there, before, because my first son came at the 26th when I was 26. I've been married for 6 years. Junior came, I finished that house exactly the way it was. Now, my wife was pregnant, due for 9 months when he came to cleaning the house for us to move into that house. So I built that house. That's where I'm still living today. This house, we are on it. I moved here when I was 40 years old. I've lived here for 20-something years. It was a birthday present I promised myself. So I made money early. People laughed at my dream and my distance. People laughed at Joseph. Joseph saw himself as a prime minister in Egypt and said it. It's not just only laughter, it was hated. The people went and complained to the father. Look at what he said. Joseph, come here. Why are you talking like that? Is this of a truth what your brethren are talking about you? You are going to rule over them. You are going to be. Joseph said, I saw the moon and the star they made of it. His vision increased. Hey. His father said, did I hear you well? Your mother and I will bow before you. Is that what you are saying? He said, well, I have no apology. That's what I saw. Did it happen? Of course. But Psalm 119, verse 105, before his word came to pass, the word of the Lord tried him. Every vision have to go through authenticities for testing. You are going to be tested to prove that your vision is correct. Had I compromised with my mother so that he doesn't get angry, she would have aborted that baby that day. Because a man that has a vision, true vision, is close to a mad person. When you see mad people talking to themselves, you say he's hearing a voice. It's correct, he's hearing a voice. It's you that is not hearing the voice. A man or a woman that have vision is in that position. You live in a world of your own. You are in another dimension. You are seeing things other people are not seeing with you. But time will prove it. If it's a correct vision, it will manifest because it will be authentic. It will produce the result. If it is a mere man talk, you will see that talk is cheap. After several years, that person will never amount to anything. So, people must laugh at you when you have vision. Joseph indeed became a prime minister in Egypt. But first, he had to go through the dungeon, which was not part of the vision. And Joseph was there and said to himself, this is not what I saw. I had to poo here. No place to go to toilet. I'm inside this hole. hear the smelling of my own sheet. And the vision said, if this is not what you saw, what you are going through is temporary. So you go through difficulties in life, and one mind is telling you, surrender. You are not made for it. Another mind is telling you, this is a training ground. This is temporary because this is not what you saw. And he left there. The Potiphar wife came with her own, grabbed Joseph. Joseph could have said, oh, this is perfect will of God. So that if I did this, he will now tell his boss, and his boss will catapult me. He said, God forbid, a man of integrity, I will not do such a wicked act. Nobody will know. It's only the woman who will know. But that's where integrity comes to play. The thing I tell you, where you know, nobody will know, but you still choosing to do the right thing that will put you into trouble. The next thing, he landed in jail. But coming out of jail, he became a prime minister. So don't just seek the kingdom of God, seek its righteousness also, because they go together. Matthew 6:33. Seek you first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. Don't forget his righteousness in seeking the kingdom. Nothing, no dream that is too extreme, no mountain that is too high to climb, no dream that is unattainable. Let it look like a castle on the air. I am a living witness that Jehovah of the Old Testament is Jesus of the New. And God can take a beggar and make him a king. I've lived to prove that and disprove people that it's not the person you laughed at today that matter, but the person that laughed last. Okay.
Real estate investment.
Real estate investment is a good business. It's a way to also start for a lot of people. Okay. Now, if you now talk about how you can make it overnight, that's one place that provides that kind of chance. Because it's a business that is done on a commission. If you are a confident person and you're able to market and do a transaction that maybe you do a transaction that may be priced in dollar, and you do a transaction that, maybe priced $1.4 million or $2.4 million, and you earn 10% or 5% on it. That's a good chunk of money coming into your pocket instantly. But you need to have courage to be able to sell that kind of property. And you don't start from it. You need to start from selling plots of land that goes to maybe 3 million, 5 million, 2.5 million, 700,000. Start earning from there and build your confidence, because everything about life is about confidence. So real estate is something that is good, because there are buyers who have money to buy them, and there are sellers. So if you are a freelancer and you can speak and convince somebody, I bought properties in Victoria Island. Somebody where we built the new showroom. Somebody brought it up and brought me the paper and showed me that that land was available. I paid about $6 million. He earned 5% even from me. I don't know how much the owner gave him. So $6 million, 10% of it is already 600,000. 5% of it is $300,000. $300,000 times it by 1,500 is owning almost 100 million naira. So that's only where you can make that quick breakthrough. But you need to find a buyer, which is also, again, that access you need. Because if somebody don't give you access, he will not even be able to look at what you are selling. So you may have a good property to sell. Recently, I sold one of my estate in Abuja, and I sold it for 10 billion naira. So somebody who did the transaction also have to earn 10% of it. Well, 10% of 10 billion naira is 100 million naira instantly. Yeah. So that's how these things go. So, and somebody bought it and paid for it. So you can make such money easily in real estate business. Good money at once. But sometimes you have to share, because maybe the person that brought the property gave it to you, then you know the person that knows. So it's not you that own the contact. So you share as a profit as per your contact, depending on your share methodology. Yeah.
I have this question here. What's the first business product or service that took you above the poverty line?
Well, I never really did that kind of business. I did apprenticeship where I worked for my uncle for 5.5 years pro bono. I earned no salary, working for almost 6 years. That's a price many young people are not willing to pay. But I read a book of Robert Kiyosaki, Don't Work for Money, Work to Learn. That was where I was trained and tutored and got every rudiment to become an entrepreneur. So in 1976, my uncle gave me 200 naira as my setup capital. But I have knowledge. So the 200 naira was not my excitement. My excitement is that I can do with my life from today what I want to do. You know, opportunity has been provided for me to boss myself, and then all those skills that I've learned to put them to work to create wealth. So I left. My senior brother felt disappointed, but coming from Bible point of view, I knew secret of life. Do not neglect the beginning of a small thing. I knew that was the beginning of a big thing. So I team up with him and we form a company called Maduka Brothers. We work together. I go to church on Sunday, I take 1 naira for offering. He quarrel that I can't take 1 naira from our business money. That in Catholic, they put 10 kobo in their offering box. I told them we don't put 10 kobo. I put 1 naira. That's the minimum I vow to God I'll give in offering. That you drank beer, I drank Coca-Cola. So the beer you drank compensate for my offering money. Said he not ready for my logic. Let us separate. I said, good. God's word called for total separation from every unbelief. And I parted way with my senior brother under 6 months and start my own and start carving out my vision. So today, 4 of his children are working for me. I'm supporting him. The cars he's driving, I provide them to him. He's nowhere close to me. We could have been partners, but he couldn't see with what I saw. And then we part way. So that's what life is all about.
Wow.
Thank you.
Usually hear that you can't attain wealth if you are not building a business. And there are some people that can't build business as salary earner. What do you think? Do you think it's possible that they can still attain financial freedom?
Sure. You mustn't do business to attain financial freedom. You just have to find out what is your call. We are all gifted in different way. There's no ungifted human being. What I ask people to do is don't just come back from the work and start watching television or WhatsApping messages. Go to work to support yourself and your family. But when you go home, begin to deploy yourself. What do I mean by deploy yourself? See where your gifts lie. Things that get you excited and wake you up in the night, that makes you happy, you want to do. See how you can refine it and offer that services to people. Your wealth is your gift of birth. When you're operating in your gift, you do it seamlessly. You are not struggling. When you refine your gift and serve it to people, what you get as a reward is money. Don't focus on job and plan your life all a job, because salary is a medicine for poverty. but it doesn't cure it. As long as you have diabetes and you stay in insulin, you will be alive, live normal life with insulin, but it has not cured. If you are religious with your medication, you can live with hypertension. You need a miracle to cure you, and you need to do something extraordinary. You can't do regular thing. And I can tell you some of the things you do. If you have diabetes and have blood pressure problem, you can fast it away by staying without food for 40 days. Just stay on water. You are cured instantly. You check it, you don't need any insulin, and you will live a normal life. And then you build up from then when you start eating, and build a lifestyle that you will not be in medication. I am a living witness of all the things that I'm telling you. But who is willing to pay the price is what makes the difference. So you don't need to sell spare parts to be wealthy. You don't need to open shop anywhere. There are people who talk. They are good talker. Refine your talk and be a talk show person and present it to people, and you will be able to earn money and you will be properly rewarded. There are different things you are gifted. It's about managing that gift that you are given and put it into work, and it will create your wealth.
Thank you so much, sir. Okay, sir. One more question. What one failure did you experience, and how did you overcome it, and what did you learn from it?
I've experienced several failures, including running bankruptcy.
Wow.
At my setup, yes. I was a young man and I have very high ambition. I made the first money I made. I wanted to show that I have arrived, start living a bogus lifestyle that which is the same thing many young people are involved in, but not a very steady and sustainable way of income. So until it got so bad that even after I got married, I couldn't pay for my office rent. I couldn't pay for my house rent. I will see the landlord. I've experienced an angry landlord. I will hid myself under the chair, for him to yell at my staff and go. One day he decided to lock the office while I'm inside where I hid. I tell him I'm here. He said, come out. I came out, he locked up his place. Justice Ubezono. So I've gone through financial humiliations and bounced back. So that's what is important. It's not how many times you fall. I've been in a vulnerable situation that matter, but how quickly do you come back from falling? So mistake is part of life. But what lesson did you learn from that mistake? Did you make correction? Did it become a building block for you, or does it become an end to your life? And what I encourage people is, when you fall, rise up again, learn your lesson and correct your error. If you can learn from other people and don't go through it, you better learn. Don't wait until it happened to you. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir.
And what's your opinion about the saying, Jack of all trades, master of none?
That's remain facts. Focus on one thing, become authority in that thing. It will cascade to other things that will give you way. But you can't be trying 100 things at a time and you are not playing on any of them. You are not known for any of them. You are not important until you can be remembered with a particular thing.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You have any role model or mentor?
Yes, I do. I do. I have a mentor. My pastor is my mentor and also my role model, even though he's not an entrepreneur or he's not a business person. Your mentor must not be exactly the same thing, but you need to know where your inspiration is. It's a man who can tell me stop and I stop. It's a man who I can share my plan and said, forget it, and I'll forget it. I had planned at a time to do certain things that I believe was good for me, and really truth, and I shared it with him, and he discouraged me about it, and I never pursued it. I never did. I gave it up. Yeah.
All right. What's your favorite business book?
Like I said, Robert Kiyosaki book, but that's just in a very elementary form, but very simplified format, that is very motivated. But I like to read a lot of works of John Maxwell, um, um, how to negotiate a good business, never take no for an answer. Successful people don't take no for an answer. They, get what they want by negotiating a good deal. So these are books I've read that are very helpful for me. Sure. Yeah. And of course, my really, really mentor in that sense, both on business and management is late Max Monroe. I read a lot of his article. Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. If you had a chance to meet a successful entrepreneur, who would it be?
Well, I've met very many of them. I've met very many of them, but I'll be honest to say, in today's world, you will be looking meeting Elon Musk, who is the most current guy that are creating things. Like you see, he thinks like his brain is like electric. So that would be the most famous business person I would like to sit around table today and talk. Yeah.
Yeah, I still have one. They say, how do you identify business opportunities before others see them?
Very simple. That's where your on top knowledge comes from. We call it intuition.
Okay.
Nobody will teach it to you. You will perceive it before others sees it. And that is to say, I have had instances where I discovered it in 2003, during All African Game. I saw opportunity to provide 1,000 units of BMW for the federal government to do the game. People thought I was crazy. I sold the 1,000 car before the game was over. So that's an insight that you need to get, because I gave over 1,000 people advertisement in that one show, and did 5 years transaction in 1 year. It's possible, yeah. Wow. But it's just the insight you have. The opportunity was there. In fact, I was in the car on my way back to Lagos. I saw advertisement, 320 days to All Africa Game. I said, these people are going to use motor. My MD said, what's the problem? We are missing our flight. I said, let's go back and find out what vehicle that they're going to use. That's how it started. Wow. So, and we closed that transaction, and BMW gave me 5 years contract instantly. Instead of 1 year, they give everybody. Wow. Because they haven't seen such performance among their new distributor. So I kept an impeccable record to them. Yeah.
Okay, sir, from this your answer, I would like to ask a question. If, for instance, you are doing something else that does not relate with cars, and you saw this opportunity, how do you rally around it that people don't say you are doing everything, you are doing this, you are a jack of all trades?
Well, I wouldn't know. I can't predict what does not exist, but it depends the situation and the scenario that you are creating. But I will tell you that if I am also in that kind of business, I will always see opportunity. Because if you can't see opportunity where others do not see it, and you are going to the same place. How then do you catch up with the same man? If you take one step, you take one step, and it's already 10 steps ahead of you. You must see something that will bridge the gap, catapult you close to where he is, or even pass him, like this kind of transaction. Mercedes has been here for 50 years, and they were leading the market. In 1 year, we became a market leader and led the market in 5 consecutive years after that. So you need to do something extraordinary without doing anything that is criminal to be able to get ahead of competition.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.